So I've noticed if you have like LA riots, which has been happening recently, this this has been huge. Part of the reason this is in this is one of our preoccupation a lot of times, and this is probably a dangerous thing in contemporary living. Our preoccupation seems to be a dependent variable on the from the effect of the independent variable, which is internet algorithms. I've been getting so much of this, and this is not a political partisan channel, and nor will it be, and it won't be one for a day. The partisanship, I'll leave it to other people. People playing cheerleader with their red cheerleading outfits, people playing cheerleader with the blue outfits. What I would like to see is maybe we're looking for authenticity. Maybe we're looking for exactly how it looks in real life versus how it looks in fiction. But I want to see fictional depictions of riots and protests and see how it compares to images. You know, isn't it amazing that the Roman military, you see the shields and the formation here? Isn't it amazing? It's like once you hit perfection, you can't get past it. The Roman military perfected the whole, like, in line like this with tall shields. We haven't been able to make anything better than this in thousands of years. The Romans really were ahead of themselves, ahead of their time. Okay, now, what came to mind? Here's a fictional depiction. There is a real one. Dude, I gotta remember the IP that I'm actually referencing here. Protests, right? Okay. This is what we're looking for.
You know what they say about summer.
And honestly, as far as like flagging stuff for IP, I'm not fudging here. This is actually educational because I'm trying to compare and contrast fictional depictions of protest peace. Let's do the whole continuum because we're not being partisan here. We're doing peaceful protests, protest, riot, looting. Whatever you see this on that continuum, and I know you look at one side versus the other depending on your political spectrum, but wherever you see that, we're looking at that. Oh, the music. I hate to lose sound. Oh, okay. See, we'd have like ice or F ice. Whoa, dude, weird. Wow, you want to know some? Look at ban all masks. You know what is really crazy about that? Think of how long ago this movie came out, which I think is longer than 7 years ago. I saw this in the theater, and that seemed like quite a while ago. Oh yeah, it was way longer than 7 years ago now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, ban all masks. The irony is the protesters, because of their political affiliations and everything, in actuality, are the opposite of this. They wear masks during the protests. They wear masks during the shutdowns and the pandemic. You know, you got syllable words. You got to take a few seconds to remember them. Okay, we got a car burning. This adds up so far. Okay.
5 of them
burning cars
to the ground. Now, what we've learned is that they were called here to the area of the protest, all 5 of them, on Las because of the release of toxic gases from the vehicle. That they were there to take the day laborers that they believed were undocumented into custody, but it turns out they may have been targeting a meat packing plant that was right next to the Home Depot. Regardless of what the target was, that brought in dozens, then hundreds of protesters to the area where they faced off with ICE agents, and it is that action that is said to have spurred 10 were cocktail television this morning. If you can avoid, we're learning from the LAPD laborers that they believed were undocumented. A group apparently waiting for.
Okay, so we got like the burning car here. Broken glass. It's kind of like a party with no confetti. You can't have a protest or a riot without broken glass. You know what is actually weird? I swear that a lot of the symbolism here feels more like January 6th than it does actually the LA protests. Remember the hang Mike Pence outside of the Capitol building? Oh, here we go. Anti-police. Right there. If you make the synonym police and ICE. What does that say? You know, I don't know if I could ever be a movie director, because if I directed this, I'd become all anal retentive about the fact you can't read the sign. I would take too much time on one scene. Give us our police back. Give us our National Guard back. Remember Trump appropriated the National Guard and used it against California, and now a federal judge has said he can't do that? Okay, here's the National Guard. Speaking of the National Guard, it is like the arrival.
Attention citizens, we are trying to maintain order. You must clear the streets until the police...
Molotov cocktail. Now, I haven't seen a Molotov cocktail, but I heard they were here. It's kind of similar to what I was talking about, like the Roman lines with the tall shields. Like, it's such good military tactics that they haven't switched it up in thousands of years. I want to say it's very similar with Molotov cocktail. As cheap rent and low rent as that is a military weapon, it like people are still using it. I think that Molotov cocktails were originated in I'm not in Russia during World War I or II. I don't want to say one or the other if I'm wrong. Okay. You know, I keep hearing about them. I don't actually see anyone throwing any. Oh, is this? No, that's 3 months ago. No, I'm not saying that there aren't Molotov cocktails. I'm saying I haven't seen one. So I'm also not saying there is. You can't just depend on what people say. Is this? Well, that's 9 years ago. Okay. Oh, I put Watchmen. That might actually skew the results. Let's see. 2 charged with possession. Well, I'm not really 2 charged with possession. Doesn't scream Molotov cocktails like in a broad general sense for the general average behavior of the people currently. Oh, here we go. No, that's 3 years ago. Okay, we know that. Well, apparently, so far we have at least we don't have video of it. We have video of burning cars. We have the Molotov cocktails.
Movies and shows together, because Disney Plus has.
What's that say about the cops? Cops say it's so quick. Let them do it. They're referring to superheroes? Oh, okay. That would be... Dude, some of this is like analogous. That would be like ICE saying bring in the National Guard. Let the National Guard do our job. Oh, I like the 60s there. It's a little obvious like costume. It's a little obvious of a costume, but I still appreciate it. Not that they should look like the disco guys for Mystery Men or anything. I mean, I'm not saying they should look like this. Like, they don't need to be this guy. Oh yeah, I was gonna avoid that video because of the music. I forgot to turn it down. Oops. Maybe just put this music over that music. Well, no, this could get flagged too. I'm telling you, the music industry. You want to know why you guys have made yourselves practically irrelevant and socially as an impact as you used to have? It's because you've gotten so tight with your copyrights during the age of free communication that it's gotten in the way of people being able to word of mouth your stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Okay. Okay, we got the National Guard here, right? The equivalent. Definitely the like. Oh. Now let's be honest. We haven't seen this full-on brazen crash out. By the way, that's Negan. You know, before he cracked Glenn's skull, he was killing JFK and messing up LA rioters. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wow. Think of that line. Now think of stuff like the National Guard. I love working on American soil. See, that would seem absurd, right? So, you know how times change and it changes perspectives? Wherever you are on the continuum of this topic, years ago that would seem absurd and scary. That someone policing their own populace in a violent manner such as this would be regarded as normal. Woodward and Bernstein. Should we dive down that rabbit hole? Is that a fictional reference or real life reference? Part of the magic, but perhaps even the confusion of somebody like Alan Moore is he blurs the lines between real history and fictional. Like, for instance, Nixon is in Watchmen, correct? Woodward and Bernstein. Okay. All the President's Men. Woodward and Bernstein report on Nixon Watergate scandal. Oh, is he saying he killed them? What is he saying here about Woodward and Bernstein? Yeah, it sounds like it. He killed the reporters. He killed the press. Okay, there you go. We're the best protection against who? Against themselves. This is it. This is actually could be seen as being relatively an honest depiction of the communication from people that believe in the heart. Oh, what's that guy doing, dude? Like relieving himself of his lemon lime soda? What is this guy actually doing? Okay, so this, it's hard for me to see this without thinking.
Has now rapidly deteriorated. The LAPD moving
So you see
on
this?
horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them
See
on
this
to the
guy?
heart of LA.
That's the comedian. That's the guy that plays Negan. Right there. That reminds me of...
Ready to take control of your future? At Universal Technical Institute, you can train to turn your passion.
There's actually a lot of correlates here. And someone could argue it's not apples, green apples to green apples. Maybe it's not apples to oranges. Maybe it's green apples to red apples. It's still apples to apples, I would argue. Okay. You know, it's funny, all the talk of masks in this movie. Man, some movies have aged better than others as far as feeling predictive. There, you got the beanbag and the Australian reporter's leg. You know what's kind of funny and kind of ironic about it? I don't know if this is intentional. This guy really almost looks more dopey than the comedian. Because he's asking, what happened to the American dream? What's above his head? What is blaringly, like literally staring him in the back of the head? His own vehicle. You happened. Going for that poetry there. You're looking at it, buddy. Thinking of his good pal. Okay. Let's see. It's not as fun to watch movies with the sound down, is it?
With this cocktail guy anyway. He says I saved his life, which I'm not even sure I did, and my reward is dinner and dancing at Taco Bell. I mean, hey.
Taco Bell. This whole thing has been a ruse. This whole thing has been an elaborate setup in a ruse, just so I could figure out a way to put in Taco Bell jokes into the stream. Yeah, dude, exactly. Remember earlier the Victor? I almost called him Vincent. Someone make Vincent from Final Fantasy sticking out of Cloud's chest. No, like remember the Victor Taco Bell joke? Where's the riot?
Good thing I'm hungry.
Twins eating Taco Bell. Oh, yeah, dude. Dinner with the Killers. This chalupa is killer. Where's What? You're not supposed to explain this. It's meant to be ambiguous. So I just really briefly, we're going down an alleyway here. We're going down a Segway. We see a left turn, and we're not going to go fully down the entire road, but we're going to take a little stroll down there. In Demolition Man, there's the 3 seashells. They don't have toilet paper. They have the 3 seashells. Oh my god, speaking of Taco Bell, toilet paper, 3 seashells. So, I can't, the Taco Bell, dude. First, I get thrown off by that Terminator 2 AI video. Now this is going to go into the Taco Bell realm. And we're going to own it, dude. Let's do like a drive-through through the Taco Bell. Let's order our stuff. Let's not stress out about we got to make a deadline on our trip. Let's just have our Taco Bell and move on. Okay, so the 3 seashells is how you cleanse yourself, your natural hygienic cleansing after defecation. But they never explain how the 3 seashells work. And now it says the actor, Sly Stallone, is going to explain. Please don't explain it. It's like, what's the gold glow in the suitcase in Pulp Fiction? We don't want it explained. I don't want it explained.
3 seashells work in Demolition Man.
Please don't tell
Without
us.
getting too gross, imagine how chopsticks work.
Never mind, dude. Please give the explanation. We're talking about a replacement to toilet paper, and the first thing he says is, imagine how chopsticks work. How would you use something that's like chopsticks on that unless you had actual, like, dingleberries?
Use your imagination from there.
Usually you get a full push out of the load. Use your imagination from there. They do this? I don't know. What do you mean use your imagination from there?
How did the 3 seashells work?
But there's 3. Chopsticks are 2.
Without getting too gross,
They work like chopsticks, but there's 3 shells?
how chopsticks work. And use your imagination from there.
I know how chopsticks work, Sly Stallone. This is how chopsticks work. Mr. Chopsticks, if you think I'm going to try to spell Miyagi, you're freaking wrong. Okay, so according to Sly Stallone, chopsticks, the 3 seashells work. Remember, the 3 seashells are the replacement for toilet paper. They work like chopsticks, but there's 3. You see how there's 2 chopsticks here, Sly? Mr. Demolition Man? Mr. What did they call you? Italian Stallion? They only called you that 30 years ago. God, that's cringe. Baby boomers are so cringe, man. Dude, that's how chopsticks work. Okay? You see that fly? That's analogous for what flies like to land on. Okay? Now, that's how chopsticks work, Sylvester Stallone.
3 seashells work in Demolition Man. Well, without getting too gross, imagine how...
No, please get too gross, because I don't mind if you stimulate the parts of my brain that are responsible in my limbic system for feeling disgust. As long as I know how they work. I know less of how they work after your supposed explanation. How do 3 seashells work like 2 chopsticks? No one uses 3 chopsticks.
Chopsticks work. And use your imagination from there.
That's not helpful. It works in a way that makes no sense. Now use your imagination. You've set me in the wrong course of being able to understand how it works, dude. Am I gonna crash out by Stallone's? First of all, he shouldn't try to. This is why he shouldn't try to explain it, because the joke is that the seashells are arbitrary, dude. That they mean nothing. It's just funny that it's arbitrary. It's seashells. It's 3. The arbitrary number. The arbitrary item. I was going something with this stream, and now it's going to be a crash out that Stallone just fumbled so hard with trying to explain the 3 seashells, man. That was the hardest fumble of an explanation that's meant to be ambiguous. That was the worst explanation than what was in the suitcase in Pulp Fiction. It was Marcellus Wallace's soul.
Here you go.
And his soul was taken out of the back of his neck, and that's why he has a Band-Aid.
There is nothing.
This is worse. This is somehow a worse explanation. Now, don't they show the seashells?
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
Well, apparently they use them like chopsticks. Apparently use 3 things that aren't long, where you're able to claw your fingers over, and are flat and broad. Use 3 of them like chopsticks.
What happened to you? I'll be right back.
Okay, this is relatable, man. You know how these days cussing has somehow become more taboo than it was like 20 years ago? Okay, I grew up with Eminem, Marilyn Manson, NWA. NWA in the acronym has a word thou shalt not say. Okay? I grew up with all this stuff. Now that words that weren't cuss words are cuss words. The R word as an example. Though I've seen people contest that being a cuss word. People seem to enjoy saying that word now that it's evolved into a cuss word more than they used to. They say, like, the R word in the 90s, you just said it. So you'd be like, my God, I went into Taco Bell, I ordered 2 chalupas and a 7-layer, and that R word told me that they don't have 7 layers anymore. How the hell do you don't have any 7 layers? R word. And you didn't even think about what you were saying. Now it turned into we don't want what the R word denotes to be offended. Fair enough. I mean, who's going to pick on handicapped people? I mean, that's sick. Fair enough. And now the people that say the R word now, they say it in a special way. They say it in a way like I'm saying something that I'm not supposed to say. The 90s, it was casual. Now you say it and you're being edgy. God, it's amazing how things have changed.
If you read my study, you would know that this is how insecure heterosexual males use
I knew
that.
Thanks a lot, you shit.
That is really funny, dude. Basically, so these guys are woke PC. If no one has seen this movie, this is the 90s fearful imagery of a dystopia where the woke PC leftist crowd takes over. And I'm gonna tell you, dude, especially if you're leaning on the right wing, it feels like they did.
study, you would know that this is how insecure heterosexual males used to bond.
Okay, toxic masculinity before the term. That's what she's saying. You guys would know it's toxic masculinity.
I knew that.
Thanks a lot, you shit.
Oh, by the way, Stallone, your karma has come with this scene, okay? I click on a video where you're gonna explain to me how the 3 seashells work, which, by the way, you shouldn't be doing. And then your explanation, this is me. You see you? I'm not trying to confuse you. I know you're one of those like gym bros, so I'm not going to try to talk over your head. You see you on the screen, Stallone? Imagine that's me. Now imagine you're the machine like regurgitating all the lines out, okay? I'm you, you're the machine. This is what I have to say to you for the explanation of the three seashells. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think of your explanation, Sylvester. Thank you. Now, we're doing our U-turn back. We're back, baby. We went on the wrong turn-off lane. We're back, baby. We're back to comparing media, movies, depictions of protests, riots, peaceful protests, whatever you want to say, on the continuum, whatever your favorite label is. We're looking at that through the lens of pop culture, okay? Now, let's go back. People stealing food? So I try to find this by doing Taco Bell, and then I made the honest mistake of taking a left turn Rat Burger. Okay, where are we? Okay, here we go.
Where are you going?
Bad guys about to do bad things. It's just one of those hunches you get.
Exploding cars. Okay, so we're going to look at it in the lens. We're going to think of these guys as being the poor degenerates in LA. And then the people in the building are going to be more on the side of the the protesters. Wait a minute, that said Pizza Hut. Taco Bell was supposed to be the only restaurant that survived the franchise wars. Now, I know that Pizza Hut, I know this. In the comments, they're going, actually, Alucardbatz, Pizza Hut, KFC, and Taco Bell are all owned by their parent company, Yum Foods. I know that. But they didn't say Yum Foods. They didn't say KFC, Pizza Hut, and Taco Bell were the only three to survive. They said Taco Bell. And don't think for a second that Taco Bell is the main company. They're one of three stripes on the umbrella of Yum Foods. So why the hell was Pizza Hut written on there? What the hell? What is going on here? Is this movie is totally gaslighting me. I thought for a second, oh my god, it wasn't Taco Bell this whole time, it was Pizza Hut. This movie just gaslit me, dude. This movie just gaslit me with a bunch of Pizza Hut signs at a freaking Taco Bell. Thank you so much, Stallone, for gaslighting me with Pizza Hut signs at the Taco Bell and for trying to explain the three seashells in a way that made absolute no freaking sense, saying they were like chopsticks. Chopsticks? What's next? A Panda Express sign at the fucking Taco Bell? Okay, we got some of the LA action here, okay? What's happening in real life? We got Stallone here, National Guardsman.
You're gonna regret this the rest of your life. Both seconds of it.
Okay, now chat, you're gonna regret. We gotta do some editing here. You're gonna regret that the rest of your life, both seconds of that. Okay? Oh, oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can find you're gonna regret that the rest of your life. Both seconds of it.
Gives you the freedom to tell your story with a professional website that reflects who you are.
This guy in this guy's chat says Allahu Akbar. I can't tell if that's an anti-Al. I like how instantaneously there's this live action with the camera on. A guy revealed himself to be socially awkward. Did you hear the socially awkward guy? Okay. You're gonna regret that for the rest of your life. The next 2 seconds of it. There it is, see that guy. You're gonna regret that for the rest of your life. The next 2 seconds. National Guard. What? Dude, why is that sign? That sign should say, ICELAWL. That, dude, this. See, isn't it funny? Everyone's got the masks that are rioting and protesting. But then, isn't it really funny? Like, Watchmen actually got it inverse. Because they had people with signs that had a circle / through masks. It's like the protesters have honestly embraced the opposite of what that movie was talking about. They're having some court battle about letting soldiers in LA. It's a little mind-blowing, by the way. The older you get, the more time changes and the little more odd it is that we're talking about U.S. troops in the city streets. You know, when you come from the 90s, it feels a little different, man. Okay, check this out. I don't know what freaking movie this was. Bruce Willis, I think, was in it. Movie. There was like protests or something, right? It's like a movie I remember. This is it, right? Is this it? No.
Dr. Keats,
or is it?
You don't want to do that.
Is this it?
Can you clean this up? How clean?
Why is he talking like that? He's talking like how a lot of people, like, have you noticed like a lot of men that are content creators have like made their voices like super deep artificially? That's like how Bruce Willis sounds right now.
Can you clean this up? How clean?
How clean? Why is he talking like that? Is that why no one talks about that old Bruce Willis movie? Because his performance was cringe? I don't know. Probably not. Is this it? This isn't it. No, this is his, like, straight to video age. This is like Bruce Willis's Twilight. The Twilight of Bruce Willis. Long after it hits like Hudson Hawk. Just joking. You know I'm talking about Die Hard. Okay. I'm going to get way off. Was Denzel Washington in it? There was a movie where Bruce Willis was this army guy that was policing like American citizens. And like no one talks about this movie. The Siege. Yeah, this is it.
I served my country. Why don't you try serving yours? You have anything else, Agent Hubbard? Yeah, one more thing.
Generic
This
Hollywood.
is a writ from the U.S. District Court ordering the release of all persons being held in this stadium.
My authority overrules the courts.
Your authority ends now, General.
Oh my god, like court orders about the military? Wasn't he arresting citizens?
Devereaux, you are under arrest for the torture and murder of Tariq Husseini, an American citizen.
And of course, you got the leftist perspective of a situation like this. It's Hollywood. We all know what political agenda they carry.
Is this some kind of a joke? He you see me laughing, General?
Captain!
God, I'm assuming this came after Crimson Tide. Man, Hollywood loved that Denzel versus Gene Hackman scene, didn't they? It's like they're trying to emulate it, but I'm gonna be honest. Oh my God, it was Denzel Washington too. Oh, he was like repeating his old hits. Oh, that makes
Order your men
sense.
to lower their weapons, Hubbard. Can't do that, General. Do it now. The law states I am the law. Right here.
Yeah.
Right now, I am the law. You have the right
Authoritarianship.
to remain silent, weapons, General. You have the
Oh,
right.
when they're talking over to each other. I'm telling you. This is a repeat of the great hit of the Under Siege, right? Wait. It wasn't Under Siege. No. Crimson Tide.
To a fair trial. You have the right not to be tortured, not to be murdered. Rights that you took away from Tariq Husseini. You have those rights because of the men that came before you who wore that uniform. Because of the men and women that are standing here right now waiting for you to give them the order to fire. Give them the order, General. Do you think that I would hesitate to kill you or every other federal agent in this room if I thought it was in the best interest of my country? No, you wouldn't.
I kind of feel this is like adjacent themes to what's happening.
Hesitate, I know that, but they might. Give the order.
Well, yeah, isn't it interesting when you pit U.S. soldiers on people that are U.S. citizens?
Make murderers out of these young kids. Give the order.
Oh, that's a detective guy in that really bad show I have no interest to watch. You see him? Yeah, this guy. Not that guy. He's nobody. This guy. Who's slightly elevated above nobody status. What's that show called? He's an OCD detective. No thanks, I don't feel like watching it. I have too much of a susceptibility to OCD to watch a bad depiction of OCD. A guy that like checks the locks 20 times and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, scotcho, 1, 2, 3, scotcho, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm like, yeah, that's what OCD looks like. Cool.
Give him the order, General.
Hey, you know what he's doing right now?
Give him the order, General.
Denzel Washington is doing this. He's doing, come on, tough guy. He's doing this. That's not it. Where's the one where he goes, come on, tough guy? He's like, here it is. He's cutting.
I know it's late in the evening,
well,
but
I don't
you will
know.
not believe.
Yeah, okay. I don't know who you are.
Tom Home and the Border Czar said to me yesterday he did not rule out literally arresting you, nor Mayor Bass, if you interfere in his work. He said you hadn't yet.
He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? He knows where to find me.
It's Denzel Washington
literally
energy.
Arresting you, nor Mayor Bass, if you interfere in his work. He said you hadn't yet.
He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? He knows where to find me.
Dude, why is this guy like...
I serve my country. Why don't you try...
Go from cringy weak Democrat to aura farming in 1 week. Well, here it is. Come on and arrest me, tough guy.
Give the order.
Give the order.
Make murderers out of these young kids. Give the order.
Come and arrest me, tough guy. He's got Newsom energy here, dude. He's got Denzel Washington aura farming here.
Give him the order, General.
He's white Denzel. He looks like Patrick Bateman, but he's Denzel aura farming.
Stand down, Sergeant.
Okay, I don't remember this whole movie. Let's see if this movie has other themes that feel like, wow, this movie was so ahead of its time. in 2025, we get to live the movie. We're LARPing 90s fears of authoritarianship. Oh my God, Russell Crowe, you used to be thin, man. Russell Crowe looks so thin right there on that thumbnail. He actually looks like the Rick Ashley, dude. Look, if you look at him in the corner of the eye, you know how you like look the side of a star and it looks brighter, and you look at it and it looks dimmer? If you look to the side of Denzel Washington, of Russell Crowe, it actually looks like Rick Ashley, dude.
Hello, sir. It's Agent Hubbard, FBI. And what I propose is that you let these people go, and I'll take their place. I'm gonna take your silence to mean that you're considering my offer.
Oh, God.
Hey, that's that actress from American Beauty. She's really good, by the way. And it's the OCD detective guy. I have no need to watch the show.
We're not the first city to have to deal with terrorism. This is New York City. We can take it.
You don't understand.
Well, that's kind of a strange. That's kind of a, what the hell? This came out 3 years before 9/11? This is New York City. We can take terrorism.
Pros. From the age of 12, they've been dodging people like you.
The situation is appalling. They're attacking our way of life. The president wants it stopped. And
You know what's really strange? I don't think they make movies like this post 2001 anymore, because if they did, the hardcore leftist flavor of Hollywood would kind of be kind of sour in people's mouths after 9/11.
There's only one way to do that.
Are you saying the president is prepared to take the necessary steps?
Today, with the invocation of the War Powers Act by the President, I am declaring a state of martial law in this city.
Okay, this is where I saw... Yeah, this. This is where I see that it's analogous from the movie to what's going on right now.
We intend to seal off this borough.
Military in the streets.
We intend to squeeze it.
There we go. Hey, now we're cooking with LA protests.
And we intend to squeeze it.
Do you have any idea what you're...
See, a lot of what you're seeing now was kind of debated and talked about with people about what if it could happen. Now, normally, if you want to hear something funny, normally in these conversations, could this happen in the future? A lot of people didn't think America had it in it to send the National Guard on protesters in the streets. 30 years ago, I mean, this is a new paradigm shift in our society, because 30 years ago it seemed insane to think about. Now this image, we are literally seeing this image in real time. You could go see Odstarva play Dead Souls 2, and he's got a randomizer on, or you say, forget the bread and circus, I'm going to go watch troops wrestle with protesters and citizens. You can actually see that. When this came out in 1998, this was a fever dream. This probably looked paranoid.
Do you have any idea what you're starting here?
Oh my God, was that Palantir? Is that... Oh my God. Alex Karp has entered the chat. It's on the Palantir database.
It's wrong. What if what they really want is for us to herd children in the stadiums like we're doing? And put soldiers on the street and have Americans looking over their shoulders? Bend the law, shred the Constitution just a little bit.
Ooh. 1998. Oh my god! I didn't even freaking think of it, dude! Wesker! Look at the date! Look at the date, dude! Oh my god! Leon, where are you? We need you! No, not RE2. What's going on here? Oh my god, dude. Sorry for the delay here. I'm not writing this incorrectly. Oh my god, the siege. Talking about shredding the Constitution and putting soldiers on the street.
1998.
Ah, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my lord. Oh yeah, that's the movie box. No one talks about this movie anymore. This movie just disappeared. In all honesty. It just disappeared. Here we got some protesters. What's this from? Let's see. Let's get a good shot here, dude. Can we get the soldier butting the end of his gun on a citizen? Can we get that shot? I need that shot. I need it. Give me the freaking shot, you C-S-er, M-er, F-er. Give me the shot. Give me the shot. Are we just going to have him? No. Bruce Willis looking 90% stoic and 10% overpaid. Hey, I did stoic 90%, okay? I'm not dissing my dude over here. I said 10% overpaid. He's only 10% overpaid. That's not... Don't say Kurt Russell. Don't say it. You think he's overpaid now? No, don't say Kurt Russell. He did movies that you like a lot. Okay, move on. This image here. We'll do this. We'll do this image.
1998.
Look at this.
I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of...
I'm not gonna... Hey, you guys tell me I'm crazy, but I wonder if in like 8 years from now, what's gonna be? 2033? How is that possible? My god, am I in a time machine? I think in 2023, people are gonna say this.
1998.
2025.
I'll never forget it.
I'll never forget it.
It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains.
Grisly riots
Soon after,
happened
the
in
news
LA.
was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella.
What this voice actor needs? Who is this voice actor?
1998.
Is that a rabbit hole that I shouldn't go down? Probably. No, we gotta somewhat stay focused here. Somewhat. I don't mind tangents, but finding out what god tier voice. But wait a minute. Isn't that your Christly duty to shed light upon the people that deserve it? F it. F it. We're gonna do it for this voice actor. We're gonna do it because the people that deserve to be like celebrated, should be celebrated.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. Oh, man. All right. You know,
Oh.
you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back. I am Nick Apostolidis, and I...
Nick Apostolidis? My God, his last name sounds like something I'm having for dinner. I got some frozen spaghetti, some frozen eggplant, some frozen apostolitas. We're going to have some great food tonight.
got the opportunity to reprise my role as Leon Kennedy in the Resident Evil 4 remake, and if you don't know, the OG was actually my favorite game since 2005, and it always has been. And I'm about to read some lines that did not make the cut in the RE4 remake, but I want to say that these lines were spoken by the amazing Paul Mercier, who is actually one of my heroes. He's one of the reasons I started acting, and I got to tell him that in person. One of the reasons I started was actually
voice actor, okay. Paul Mercier. The Metallica guy is not the guy. This is the guy.
This never ends. I need to reach out to the president and warn him about the Ouroboros project. It's again. I don't know how many games you can...
Well, the sound is as atrocious as a Ouroboros infection to the ears.
98. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly...
1998. I'll never forget it. It's the Bruce Willis, Denzel Washington movie release of The Siege. It perfectly encapsulated everything that was going to happen in 20, 30 years. What's going on here? This isn't what I want. You're not doing what I want, Internet. Made with AI. I can't tell if my stomach right now is a reaction to looking at AI generated stuff with Resident Evil, or the fact that I ate 2 tilapia fish, extra lime sauce, sriracha, and lots and lots and lots of coffee. So what do you like? Do you like coffee brewed in a filter, or do you like instant coffee? False dichotomy. I put instant coffee in my filtered coffee. Okay. No.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. Oh, man. All right.
It's so funny. I don't know if anybody else feels this way streaming, but suddenly I just wanted to turn my mouth off and just watch this. I'm sorry. I know some people, I don't know if they do it purposefully or not. I know some people kind of stream like that. They'll just watch and zone while they're streaming. That sounds like... It would kind of be like having a potted plant or potted grass, and the grass is growing next to a movie you like. Like, you like the movie, but why are you watching the movie with grass growing? Like someone emptily looking at the screen. I don't know if that's enhances the experience.
I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after, the news was
and then I immediately do the very activity that I was criticizing. Oh, well played, thumbnail. Well played. Good. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Oh, God. AI. I mean... At least Leslie Nielsen is getting some kind of credit for something. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I don't even care if it's AI generated. Oh, I got to say something real fast about DBD. Real fast about the Dibida. People say, oh, Capcom wants to do a Resident Evil Chapter 3 DLC. Hell yeah. People say, oh, it could be Lady D with Ethan and Mia. Okay. Oh, it could be Mia and Ethan and Jack Baker. Okay. Bro, why is nobody saying Lord Sadler, Ashley, and Louis? Someone would say, well, it's Ashley and Leon. We already have Leon. I would love Louis. And then if you did a skin for Louis, you could make it Barry freaking Burton, man. Okay. Now that we've explored pop culture, movies, doing things that seem kind of reminiscent of what's going on in LA right now, we're going to do some experimental video game stuff. This guy is a Giga Chad of voice acting. Is this guy it? There's like several guys I see here.